Hello everyone, I'm back again for another Wine Wednesday. I just want to thank everybody for having fun with me with the trivia last week. I got a lot of emails from members sharing their scores and telling me how much fun they had with it. So it was fun for me too, so thank you for listening and thank you for participating. So today I have decided to showcase two wines that we're going to add to our By the Glass list. So these you will be able to order by the glass when we return to the club, of course. In the meantime, they are on the takeout list. I've added them for this week, so they're available anytime for ordering and for pickup. So what I have here is the Mapmaker Sauvignon Blanc and the Mapmaker Pinot Noir. Both these wines are from Marlborough, New Zealand. They're from the Stateland Winery. So I don't want to focus as much on what the wines taste like. I assure you they are exactly what you would expect from a Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc and a Marlborough Pinot Noir. The Sauvignon Blanc being very aromatic, lots of texture, lots of flavor, great with food or on its own. Same with the Pinot Noir. So you're getting all of those notes of Pinot Noir that you like. I always find that New Zealand Pinot Noir is kind of in the middle of Pinots. So it's kind of in the middle of an Oregon and a California, the California being your fuller flavored, your Oregon being your kind of more elegant. So I find that it's in the middle. So if you kind of want to test what part of the spectrum you are in terms of Pinot, I definitely encourage you to try this. So what I want to do more so today is focus on the story behind the wines. To start off, I'd like to say that I've actually met the founder and winemaker from this vineyard, so from the Stateland Vineyard. His name is Ruud, R-U-U-D. He was an incredible person. It was an incredible experience to meet him. So we get the unique opportunity through our suppliers. So the supplier supplies this wine to us. They have the opportunity to bring over the winemakers to Canada, to the States, wherever they are selling, and actually bring them to meet the clients. And as a lot of you know at the club, we bring them in for wine dinners to speak. So I am hoping to do a wine dinner with him at some point. That is in the works. But I did have the opportunity to meet him at a previous club that I was working at. So we sit down with him and we're doing a tasting through his wines, these wines as well as his Stateland label wines. And I'll tell you, he is so passionate about what he does. We sit down and he has this book and he's going through and there's page after page of pictures of his vineyards and pictures of the areas in which he chose kind of where his vineyards would be. And then he turns the page and there's a page that has a picture. It has a cross-section of all of the soil types in this one vineyard. So he's just completely nerding out over these wines, over the soil types. I love it because I'm a nerd too, so I'm nerding out. It was just a really amazing experience to meet him and sit down, hear him in his element. And you know, it wasn't about the money or the selling. It wasn't any of that. He really just wanted to share his product because he's passionate about it. So it was just a very unique experience to meet someone that's that passionate. So in addition to that, we also talked about the story behind the Mapmaker label. So as I mentioned, they have the Stateland actual label wine. So it actually has Stateland on the label. So this is their Mapmaker. So this is their high volume wines that they have launched. So there is actually a story behind the label. So as you can see, I'll just put one closer to the camera. There's kind of a ship here. There's a lot of kind of historical items on the label, and there's a reason for that. The story behind it is that there was a Dutchman in 1642 that arrived in New Zealand by ship. So you can see that there is a ship on the label that's paying tribute to that. And he was a map maker by trade. So there's the name. How it ties into Ruud and his legacy and his journey is that he arrived by airship, is how he calls it, obviously by plane, to New Zealand in 1996 with his family. And what he did when he arrived was he went through the entire area mapping out vineyards in the area to decide where he would plant his vineyards. So he was kind of a map maker in his own right. Abel Tasman, which was the Dutchman from 1642, was a map maker by trade. So the label and the name is essentially playing tribute to both of their journeys arriving in New Zealand, the beautiful land in which he grows his grapes. So it's just something that he wanted to pay tribute to, wanted to have a reason behind his labels. I love this. I love having kind of a conversation piece on the label, and just the fact that, the winemaker pays enough attention and is passionate enough about what they do to create artwork that means something on their label is truly impressive. So I hope you enjoyed the stories behind these wines. I always find, it's a little easier to be loyal to a certain brand or a certain wine when, there's passion behind it and there's a story behind it. And you can kind of show that you're an expert with your friends if you can tell a story behind the label. That's always fun as well. So I hope you have the opportunity to try these. Definitely order them if you can. Definitely try them at some point. They are delicious. I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe, and I hope to see you all soon.